Yo, what it do, YouTube? Welcome to High Vibrational Kings. This is a channel for people that want to better themselves in life. Shout out to anybody holding on to their energy, breaking bad addictions, and trying to become a better version of themselves. Alright, guys, so this is going to be a story time. So get your popcorn ready. So, this is going to be a story, something that recently happened. So, in one of my videos, I was talking about how in the video where I talk about how people will come back into your life, I was basically saying how there's this one chick that I hung out with like a year and a half ago. And, you know, when we were hanging out at the time, she was showing like signs of interest and all these things. And, we would be hanging out a lot. And then like she would be all flirty and, you know, all those things, right? And then like out of nowhere she like blocked me when I started like telling her that like I liked her too. She was just playing like these little mind games, kind of playing with my emotions, and she blocked me. And then a year and a half later, I see her in person, a new version of myself, all, retaining my energy, being high vibrational, all these things. So when she saw me, she like couldn't resist, and she reached out to me. And she was just telling me that she was sorry that she blocked me and all these things. And so when she sent me that, I kind of like already knew. For some reason, I knew that she was like gonna reach out. But when she was doing that, I didn't really think much of it. So like I accepted her like apology or whatever. I didn't really think much of it. And then so later, I haven't been hanging out with her or anything like that. But I'd just been like texting her, right, for like the past like 3 weeks on and off or whatever. And I hadn't even been hanging out with her yet, and she was already like throwing my energy off. Because like before I was hanging out with her, guys, I was just like on my grind, in that flow state, just working out, making videos, just being like doing my thing, just building myself up. And then all of a sudden, like, somebody tries to come back into your life, and then they kind of start throwing your energy off. Because yeah, she was just like, she started like showing signs, or she started, how do you say, like doing things that she did in the past. Like I started noticing like the patterns. What I mean by that is like she started being all like flirty, complimenting me, all these things. All right. And that's how she got me in the past, right? She would be all flirty and complimenting, and then like I started catching feelings for her, and then she blocked me like out of nowhere. So when she was doing that, I was just being like very like whatever about it. So one day she was just like all complimenting me, just being like that, being lustful and things in that nature. So, and then like the next day she would be like replying all late, very spaced out. So there was just like an inconsistency. It's like you either fuck with me or you don't. If you don't, then like get out of my life. But if you do, like show me, like be genuine about it. But it was just like that inconsistency, you know what I'm saying? Those little mind games, the manipulation. And guys, when you're leveling up in life, when you consider yourself high vibrational, you start retaining your energy, you start feeling like you want to be a king of your reality. You don't have time for these little mind games with these women, these little pull back, chase her, do this, say that, like all this nonsense, guys. We don't have time for that. So she started to like annoy me. She was kind of like throwing my energy off. I hadn't even hung out with her yet, but just from texting, just exchanging texts here and there, she was already like pissing me off. And because of like the inconsistency, or just like the, you know what I'm saying, guys, like the little manipulation and the love spells and all that stuff. So what happened after that was, I was trying to, well, see, basically she was like trying to hang out. She kept mentioning it, but I kind of kept putting her to the side because like I was just focusing on myself right now. But she just kept like trying to hang out and all these things. So I kind of like felt like I was gonna hang out with her eventually, right? So I wanted to go to Vegas to like do something out there, you know, like cross something off my bucket list. I didn't really give a damn about like the casinos and all that nonsense. Like I wanted to go do something else out there. So I was gonna go out there anyways. And then she told me that she like got a new car. So I was like, okay, well she wants to hang out. I want to go to Vegas. So I was thinking like, all right, let's go to Vegas in your car. And then so she was just, you know, I was gonna pay for like the hotel and stuff like that. And then you know she would pay for like the gas out there. I didn't mind it being that way. But all of a sudden, she had the impression that we're gonna take my car. And you know, my car isn't as new as hers. You know, it needs like more maintenance and things like that. So I was telling her, I was all like, oh, like, you know, like, could we take your car? And then she didn't want to. So I was like, all right. But at the same time, guys, I kept having like this gut feeling within where I was just like, nah, don't hang out with her. Like, don't entertain her. Like, just, I don't know. Like, I just kept having like this anxiety feeling, like as I was like approaching the days that we were supposed to hang out. I just had like this feeling like, nah, like don't hang out with her. Like it was like I don't know, it was just like a feeling I had. Like I would wake up feeling like that. And so after that, guys, yeah, so we weren't gonna go to Vegas after all. So we're gonna do something else, right? But like I said, guys, I kept having like this gut feeling that was telling me not to hang out with her. So what happened, guys, was I was, yeah, I was getting pissed off. Like for some reason, like I would be at work and I would just have like this heavy weight like on my chest, where I was just like started having like flashbacks of like how she like screwed me over and all these things and just like ghosted me out of nowhere, and I was like being like genuine with her, right? So I just started having like all this negative energy, and I was just like, nah, fuck this, I have to get rid of her. Like I have to, you know, ghost her like she ghosted me, right? So I just started like, my inner savage came out, you know, I didn't give a damn. Like, and so what happened, guys, so before she blocked me a year and a half ago, you know, she was like like hyping me up, you know, making me feel all good. uh you know, she was like pulling me into her reality, like I caught feelings for her, and then she blocked me. So I was like, all right, well, if I'm gonna, you know, get this girl out of my life, then, you know, let me do it the way that she did it. And I don't know, it's just like that's like the energy that I was in currently. So because I had like, you know, I started feeling all mad and stuff. And then so what happened was, so we weren't gonna go to Vegas, right? So I just had like, from there I had like this mission mindset where I was just like Operation Thought or something like that. So basically I told her, I was like, oh, I'm just kidding, like we could still go to Vegas. Because when I told her that we weren't gonna go, she kind of like pulled back. She was like, oh, okay, like that. And then I was like, nah, I gotta get rid of her ass. So I told her that we were still gonna go. And I was like, oh yeah, like our hotel has a jacuzzi, and it's on a balcony, and there's a fucking 24-hour, what do you call it, room service and things like that. And then she was like, you know, she like showed interest again. And so from there, I told her, I was like, oh yeah, like I was like hyping her up. I was like, yeah, just like pack your clothes and all these things. And so I told her, I was all like, oh, do you want to go eat later today? And then I told her, I was like, oh yeah, I have like this $100 gift card that I'm trying to blow. And then she was like, oh yeah, like I'm down. And so yeah, guys, like I just felt like I was on a mission after that. So later on I met up with her. Actually, before I was on my way, I was like driving, and then she was like, where are you? I was like, I'm on my way. And she was like, hurry your ass up. And like she was saying it in a joking way, but I'm just like, man, this bitch is like ungrateful, you know, like supposedly I'm gonna pay for the dinner, she's telling me to hurry up. So I already knew, guys, like she was gonna, I could already see the manipulation and the manipulation tactics coming. And I'm moving smarter out here now. Like retention has made me more intelligent in the way I move out here. Because guys, she was talking like lustful to me in different messages, saying like, you know, like uh complimenting me. Like I showed it in the previous video. Go check out that previous video that I posted where I talk about you know ways that they'll use like love spells on you, and just go check out those messages so you know what I'm talking about. So basically, back to the story. So I met up with her at a restaurant, and so I went in there, and then we sat down, and I just felt like I wasn't feeling her at all. Like she was just like trying to talk to me, and I was just like in this like space where I was just like, you know like like I already knew like she wasn't gonna manipulate me anymore. So I was just kind of being very like in my own, in my own world. And so I was just sitting there. I sat down, I got a drink, and then after that, I literally like went to the bathroom, and then I walked out, and then like I already planned it out, guys. Like I said, it was like a mission, so that I was gonna plan on ghosting her already, her blocker, but I wanted to like hype her up and shit first. So I basically, on a piece of paper, I wrote down, "It sucks being ghosted, doesn't it?" And I folded it up and I had it in my pocket. So when we got to the restaurant, I got a drink, and I went to the bathroom, and then after that, I just left the restaurant. I put the paper on her car, and then I just left, or I blocked her, and then I left after that, guys. And as soon as I did that, guys, like I just felt like a relief. Like I just felt like a weight was like lifted off my shoulders, because I'm not how do you say it, revengeful like that. If I was a real like a-hole, I would have like picked her up and then like made her pay for all that dinner and just walked out on her and then left her ass there. But I wasn't like that, guys. I at least wanted to. The reason why I felt like I needed to do it that way was because there's a lot of girls out there, guys, that are like immature. They be toying around with guys, and it was just basically giving her like a little taster of her own medicine, the same way that she hyped me up in the past, like doing all these things and then blocking me. I basically did the same thing, because I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to Vegas, I already have the room, you want to go eat, I have it paid for. And then she was like all hyped up, and then boom, I just blocked her. I just cut her off just like that, like a savage. And yeah, so I just left after that, and like I said, I felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. I didn't have like that, that tension like within anymore. I literally went to go drive my car. I went on like this little view of like the city, and I just felt so relaxed after that. I was just like, all right, I got her out of my life. Hopefully you'll make her think like, not to manipulate guys in the future, and things like that. Yeah, it sucks. I'm sorry it had to be that way. But guys, you have to keep something in mind. You have to respect yourself and not let anybody walk all over you. Because the problem is, guys, a lot of you guys take disrespect from these women because, they be like, you be in your lust, right? And then they use that as a manipulation tactic to control you. So a lot of you guys will get disrespected, and then you let it happen because she's giving you the box, or whatever, like these things like that. But now you gotta have respect for yourself and not let these women walk all over you and things like that. So like just stand up for yourself. That's basically it, because I knew eventually it was gonna lead to the same thing that happened last year, where I was gonna hang out with her, just like waste my time, waste my energy, and then she was just gonna pull back and then most likely block me again. So I was like, fuck that. Like, I'm not gonna entertain the thought not gonna, waste my time, waste my resources on somebody that doesn't really care about you. Because guys, if somebody blocks you, if somebody ghosts you, that's like the ultimate disrespect. Like, especially if you didn't do anything to them, if you're being genuine. Yeah, like if somebody ghosts you, don't let them back into your life, because most of the time they are not changed. They haven't changed. They just miss you. They just miss the idea of, having you, but they don't deserve you guys. So you got to be more powerful and, know your worth, and retention will actually make you know your worth. Because I look back on that and it just feels like a dream, guys. Like when I did that, I was like, holy shit, like I can't believe I just did that. Like I just left her there and then just blocked her just like that, like boom. And then I just continued on with my life, and I'm just keeping it pushing, because it's, a lot of times, guys, when you're leveling up and these women see that you're leveling up, they want to come back into your life to drain you, and not everybody deserves your energy. Not everybody deserves your time. Some of these women are spiritually immature. They're not on your level, guys. They're very low vibrational. They're very lustful. They will drag you down to their level, and they will distract you and make you lose sight of what's really important in your life, what's really important in the things that'll make you, more successful within. And these women can throw you off your purpose. So that's why I had to cut it off like that. And I did it in a way where she will hopefully realize, like, that's the same thing that she did to me. So it's just the way I approached it. But, it is what it is. I did what I had to do. I yeeted her back to the streets. I was like, yeet! And then I blocked her, and I'm moving on with my life, guys. I don't have to worry about the manipulation, the little pull back, pull forward chase, one day hot, one day cold. Fuck all that, man. We're kings out here. We're on our purpose, guys. Don't let these 304s distract you and pull you into the reality, because you gotta build yourself up. You gotta stay in the gym. You gotta stack your money. You gotta retain your energy. So just move smarter out here, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.